Okay, guys, after long thought and prayer and meditation, I've come to the realization that the best thing for me right now is to take a break. Take a break. Take a reset. Revamp things. Take a moment. I'm exhausted of the TikTok platform. I'm exhausted of what I see on it. And I am just exhausted of everything and how it's all kind of operating in reference to the big scale, the small scale, the medium scale. And I haven't really taken any time to myself truly and just went in and really wrap my head around everything. Like, for example, this last week, I've been trying to get my medical records, and it's been of an interesting turnaround. All right. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to fight for some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. And I will put it on blast if I don't start getting these things. I'll put it out on blast. Like, I'm to the point where it's like, sue me. Sue me, please do. I ain't got nothing. You guys have done enough to me. I have nothing for you to sue. So sue me. Get me my day in court. Put me behind the stand. Let's go. Saddle up. All right. But it's little things like this where I'm just trying to get my timeline together. I'm trying to make sense of it all in reference to the amount of operations that have followed me and how integrated it all is, from my doctors to the medications they had me on, to all kinds of things. Okay. And so that's just a snippet of it. And so on top of everything that I do when it comes to making my videos, working both my jobs, fighting this battle in the courts, and then trying to piece together everything that I do. And so I'm going to take a few steps back, and I'm still going to make videos, but I'm gonna make one video a day. If that, I may not even make one. It just depends on the day. It really does. I've been fighting every front, legally, spiritually, emotionally, and digitally, and I've reached a point where I need a breath. I need to breathe. It's not me giving up. It's me perfecting what's left of me. And I'm so beyond blessed to everybody that has supported me silently and loudly. People I've never met in my life that are helping me. I'm beyond blessed. I wouldn't have made it here today without your support, without your love, without your faith, and without you trusting me and giving me the opportunity to use my voice and share my side of the story, instead of everybody just believing what they want to hear because of all their own insecurities or their want for more money. Reaffirm that this isn't about weakness. It's about wisdom. It isn't about weakness. It's about wisdom. It's when you get to a place where you're starting to feel depleted and you're starting to lose passion for what you're doing. And that's kind of where I'm getting to, is I'm losing my passion to help the world want to elevate. And it's not because it's not me wanting to not help the world want to elevate, because I want to do that so much. It's me losing passion because I'm tired of the kickback, of the censorship, of them putting me through all loops just to post things, and how hard it takes me to just post one video. I mean, it takes me 30, 45, 50 minutes, sometimes hours to post a video. All right. And so it's just getting exhausting on that front of it. And so because I keep getting met with these walls, I got to figure out a different layout as to how I'm going to start operating my videos, whether that's on my own website, whether I decide to cross over into podcasts. I don't know. I'm going to look at all different angles, and I'm going to allow God to guide me. But I know I can't do that with 100% invested in it if I'm still doing this, if I'm still fighting the good fight in my courts, if I'm still fighting for medical records, if I'm still holding 2 jobs, this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so you got to pick and choose in your life when you reach to a point where you're feeling depleted. What are the next moves and the best operation for you? Because it it looks different for everybody. And so I hope that this is all making sense. Every upload, every email, every piece of documentation comes with a cost, not just mine, but peace. And it does. It does come with a cost. You know, people, the number one thing I hear and I see is like, you don't look like what you've been through. You make it look so easy. And it's like, but it's not easy. I get so tired of being judged by my looks. It's the numero uno, one of the biggest issues, particularly when it comes to the women department of my past. And even now, women that haven't even met me. You know what I mean? But it's all based off my looks. And it's crazy to me because to me, I look like crap. I'm not a big fan of how I look. It's so funny. It's so funny too. It's odd to me. And so it's like one of those things. It's like, but it is really depleting. Always getting met with this kind of backlash when you're just asking for your medical records. Like, they're mine. You should have no reason just providing me what medical records you have if you're doing it legally and honorably. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be very easy for you to go into your computer, whip them bad boys up and send them to me. Unless you have to manipulate them. You know what I mean? And again, I know there's a 30-day turnaround by law. You have to provide me those. But it's like even getting in contact with these people, sending faxes, stuff like that. And so it's just like things like that. You know, in reference, like I sent a, whoopsie. I sent another court file to the appeals court. All right. And I sent it, let's see here. I sent it on notice post retaliation and request for judicial notice. This is for them to expedite my claims because it's just, they're sitting on my appeals case, right? And it was delivered. I mailed it on November 4th. It was delivered on the 10th. And I paid for a postage paid returned. And I still have yet to get it. And it was delivered on the 10th. So then I had to pull my screenshot. I had to then pull the screenshot of it showing that it had been delivered to where I can update that, put this with this file. This is the things that I have to go to. These are the angles that I have to go to prove things because I have the system working against me. And so it is very depleting. It gets to me. It's hard. And I'm not going to sit here and deny the fact that it doesn't, because it does. I just have a will to fight, a will to survive, because I know what's been done to me is wrong. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. And for principle alone, principle for love for myself, principle for love for my son, principle and love for my family, principle and love for humanity going through the same thing I'm going through in different ways, but differently. I have the will to fight. And I'll fight for everyone, but I have to do it in the way that I do it or it's going to take me down. And that's exactly what they want. And I refuse to allow that. So if I need to take a break, I take a break. And I need to take a break. And just focus on my forward trajectory of which way I'm going to go with it, you know, and to be determined. I don't know. We're going to fly and just let it flow. Sometimes the only way to win in a rigged game is to stop playing it for a while and let God do what the systems can't. And that's the thing, is I never partaked in playing their game. You know, I took everything that they've been doing to me, outwardly, inwardly, intentionally, systematically, manipulative, coercion systems, everything. And I've taken it all and I've taken it on the chin. And I never fought back in the way that they wanted me to fight back, because it's never been in my character and they know that. And that's where they were really misguided. You know, they were very misguided and I hate that for them. But when it's time for me to pull my energy back in reference to things that I can tell that I'm losing my passion for in reference to this, because I'm just not a big fan of TikTok. I'm not at all. I'm not a big fan of any of these platforms, to be honest with you. I think it's all cookie cutter, it's all fractured, and it's inflated. And it's saturated. And those that fly high, they fly high because of the stuff they're saying. There's no substance behind it, and they're definitely not fighting back for justice. And so it's one of those things. When you learn the industry that you're in, you have to learn how to work against it in different ways. I had to learn that the hard way as well. And that's why I pick and choose the industries that I go in and what part I'll play. I can play underneath the table and keep my eyes, keep my nose down. You know what I'm saying? But I love